There was a rabbi whose name was Rav Moshe Wolfson. He was a businessman and he traveled around the world. He had one business deal in Singapore. And he gets to Singapore to close the deal. It's a huge deal. The broker who put the deal together says, listen, the Asians, I know some of you have spent some time in Asian countries. You went to the factories. They have performances almost. When they finish a deal, there's a whole protocol for how they act, how they sign, how many times you bow, how do you do this, what do you wear, your shoes are off, etc., etc., etc. If you don't do it right, it's seen as a sign of disrespect. So the broker tells him, listen, everybody at this tekes, at this formal signing, everybody has to be the same. That's how they do it. So if you come in wearing a kippah and you look different, it's gonna kibosh the whole deal. He says, come into the room, take off your kippah, do the deal, put it back on. Just for the ceremony, take off your kippah. Rabbi Moshe Wolfson says, I never took off my kippah before. I'm not gonna take off my kippah now. I ain't gonna take off my kippah in the future. If it costs me the deal, it costs me the deal. The guy can't believe it. He's been working 6 months to put the deal together. The rabbi won't take off his kippah. Anyway, he walks into the deal. Everybody's standing up there for the signing with the pictures. Comes Rav Moshe Wolfson with his kippah on his head. The owner of the company signing the deal walks right up to him and he shakes his hand. He says, you know, I'm the owner of the company, you're doing the deal with me. He says, yeah. He says, I see you wearing that on your head. He says, yes. He hands him a bottle of water and he says, here, make a beracha. The guy says, make a beracha? What is that? How do you know about a beracha? He says, the truth is, he says, I'm from Singapore, I'm Asian, but when I was young, my parents passed away, and our next door neighbors were a Jewish family, and they took pity on me, and they raised me in their home. Not to be Jewish, but they just took care of me out of the kindness of their heart. So I'm not Jewish, but I know all the laws. He says, I'm a very tough businessman. And normally, even at the final moment, and by the way, again, some of you will be able to attest to this, even if everything's done, if there's one thing about the deal I don't like, they're very tough businessmen. They'll walk away from the whole deal. He says, I looked at the deal this morning and I saw a few different things I didn't like about the deal. I was gonna walk into the signing today and tell you the deal is off. But then I saw you wearing a kippah. And I remembered the family that took care of me. And even though there's things I don't like about the deal, but I recognize that a people who could deal with me and take me in when it didn't benefit them at all, I could do a deal that will benefit one of theirs. The kippah did not stop the deal. The kippah made the deal. HaKadosh Baruch Hu says, and the Midrash quotes one of my favorite Midrashim in all of the Midrash. God says, Reeh natati lefanecha shnei derachim. I put in front of you two ways, blessing and curses. Berachim tishma ledebarai. Blessing if you listen. Kiralaim lo tishma. And a curse if not. Amar HaKadosh Baruch Hu, this is the take home. Shim'u li. Listen to me, God says. She'en adam shomei li umafsid. Listen to me, because no one listens to me and loses. Sometimes it's hard to see that, because it looks like if you listen to God, you're going to lose out. It looks like if you close on Shabbat, you're going to lose the lease, or they won't let you take the place. It looks like, but that's not the case. That's not how it is. She'en adam shomeya li umafsid. And God has to tell you that, because a lot of times it starts off looking like you made a deal and you broke your principles. But it doesn't end that way ever. She'en adam shomeya li umafsid.